Morning and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. Today, we're starting with Watcher. Look at that. A fourth character? Slay the Spire. That's incredible. All gold for a rare card, Nia's Lament, a colorless card, or trade out our boss relic for, or starting relic for a boss relic. I do quite like trading out for a boss relic on Watcher, but trading gold for a rare card is probably the best Niao option in pretty much every context. It's maybe a little bad if you're forced to go to a shop, but we're not. We've got 3 fights, 2 question marks over here on the right. We can get 2 elites in Act, maybe 3 if we want to go for a late Mega Elite. Usually Act 1 Mega Elites are pretty scary, but this one's right at the end of Act 1, and we get some control over which one it is. We're not, like, fighting them first or anything. Alternately, we could try to fight this elite, and we could get 3 non-Mega Elites, although then we are forced into the Mega Elite, so I don't know about that. I do like getting lots of elites, though. But we're also forced into 2 shops. We have to do this one and that one. And we want to trade in all of our gold, so I don't think we're doing it. Yeah, I like having an optional Mega Elite in Act 1. I don't like having a required Mega Elite in Act 1. That's pretty scary. So we're going to go right. And I think that means we're going to choose a rare card here. So we can start with a Devaform, Conjure Blade, or Spirit Shield. It's probably Devaform. Devaform is a big build around for a lot of Watcher decks. So now that we know we've got one of those, so there's a lot of strategies that are enabled. I could see Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade's really good against specifically Lagavulin, because you can use it for 3 while he's asleep, and then you can enter Wrath and wake him up with it and do 1,000,000 damage. It's also finding out sentries, of course. But yeah, I think we're going to do Devaform. Got higher upside. Alright, let's punch this Chowworm, shall we? Maybe that should have been Eruption Strike. Yeah, if that had been Eruption Strike, then I think Eruption Strike here would be lethal. Is that true? If we'd done Eruption Strike last time instead of just regular Strike, we would have done an extra 15 damage, so he'd be at 13 with 9 armor. This would do 18. So yeah, that would have been lethal. Okay, I'm going to restart the fight. Well, no, that's like a different strategy, right? Problem is, I just didn't even think about it. This is a little bit cheating. Okay. Floor 1, Battle Hymn versus Cut Through Fate. Well, I like Battle Hymn a lot. Doesn't particularly go with Devaform. And it does mean that we have 2 powers already on the deck. Battle Hymn's a hell of a drug, so let's go for that. Alright, good to play it on turn 1, which is nice. We could also Miracle out a Devaform if we want. Not really sure what the point of that is, but it's kind of fun. Sure, let's do it. Gonna defend at least once. I think we're gonna strike, and defend again. Try and kill him next time Eruption comes around with at least 2 smites. Okay. Double defend, double strike. Seems like we're on track. And there's Eruption. For Omega Lethal. Alright. Cut Through Fate or Crush Joints, both quite good here. Consecrate, also quite nice. A little bit lower impact than the other two. It's better against sentries, but Cut Through Fate is also quite nice against sentries. You draw past those dazes. Cut Through Fate is also kind of like what you want to do for Daviform, because you're like drawing and spending energy on doing productive things. Also helps you find your Daviform. So Cut Through Fate. I'm going to go ahead and Miracle out a Strike here. We're about to get weakened, so we do more damage this turn than we will next turn. Also 9 is exactly how much a weakened Strike will do next turn. Just convenient. So we'll go ahead and give him that one and block out his damage. Seems like Vigilance is happening. Unless we have Lethal. Actually, we probably do. So 9 plus 24. Yeah, it's lethal by itself. Got 2 extra energy. Okay. Just like he says Scry, and Cut Through Fate also says Scry, so maybe we're looking for a Weave if we take Just Lucky, but I think we're probably just looking for Consecrate here. And honestly, that might be all the damage we need. Battle Hymn is a ton of damage by itself, and Cut Through Fate. Consecrate kind of covers all the bases. Until later. We could take extra fights, but they're in the hard pool. Probably don't want to. Alright, I guess we'll heal. We're healing for 15. Yeah, almost full die out of that. Well, we're full health, and we're probably only fighting 2 elites, so we could kind of fight an extra elite here. Big upgrades are Cut Through Fate, Battle Hymn, and Consecrate. Obviously, those are like the cards we added to the deck. Daviform doesn't really matter. Eruption's also nice. I think I'll do it. We're at full health, so we're not too afraid. We have 2 potions as well. A lot of time to restock for the next elite. Okay. 2 defense. Top tier. I guess we're going to Miracle out this Defend, because I've committed myself to playing really 2 cards. Hey, Guitar. How's it going? Doesn't look like we can kill Front Sentry. We don't really need Daviform in this fight. It's not very useful. Take a bunch of damage here, but that's okay. Consecrate plus Smite doesn't kill him. I thought it did. 17. Not quite. Obviously we're playing Consecrate. I guess I'll just Defend Strike. And we can come up with Smite next turn. If we don't come up with a more efficient way to do it. Alright, we did not. Let's see, he's suspiciously close to 36. Actually, no, 36 is not a number we could possibly do. That'd be, I guess that's 3 smites. So we'll strike him, and then if necessary, triple smite him next turn to kill him. Yeah, we have no block, so we should probably just kill him. Alright. Well, this turn we can block, so let's do so. Build those smites and maybe kill him with Wrath. Looks like yes. Okay, not too bad. Probably could have saved a little bit of health by spending a Bottled Miracle earlier in the fight. We ever take Brilliance? I think no. Okay, alright. See you around, Guitar. I think no. Divinity mode is really good, but I think if you want to, well, I don't know, man. Brilliance is just like 1 mana, deal 12 damage. It's kind of fine. We're against Automaton. Yeah, I think I'd rather pick a block card next than any of these. I've already fought Sentries, so Consecrate's trailing off a little bit. I think we need Crush Joints. Okay. We're skipping the Chaos too. I think Miracle and Fear Potion are better. We're taking an upgrade here? Yeah, I think we're upgrading Battle Hymn. We can rest here if we need to. Okay, not much to do this turn, just blocking it. Let's see, so we can Eruption, Smite, Strike. If we do that with Vulnerable Potion, this is 13 damage. Wait, yeah, 13 damage plus 36. Yeah, that's lethal. Is that worth it? Yes, I think it is. We've got one more fight to get a potion back. We did get a potion in the last fight, so our potion chance is probably like 30%. Yeah, I like SCS better too. I think Monster Train is a good game, but there's some little quirks that I'm not super fond of. Mainly just like how big the numbers get. It's just very difficult to think about the numbers when they get that big. You're like, I don't know. And it's not really a strategy game if you're not really, it continues to be a strategy game. It's not a tactical game if you're not thinking about the exact implications of each card you're playing. Okay, so I was looking for a block card and I got a couple. Wave of the Hand and Third Eye. Right, the notable ones. I think we'll take a Third Eye. No, Wave of the Hand's great, right? We're against your Bronze Automaton, so he's rounding problems if we get weak on him. So I think we'll take the Wave of the Hand. Wave of the Hand's like way rarer for the course of the run too. You gotta find a Wave of the Hand at some point. All right, we got a Whetstone. Lots of random upgrades. We got the Shining Light event, upgraded 2 defense, and Whetstone upgrades 2 strikes. So our basics are pretty decent. All right, Red Slaver. This is always happening. This is always happening, and this is always happening. And I guess this is better than the other one, unless we want to clean it out. I think probably no. Alright, we're about to get netted. Can we kill him instead? Max damage is Eruption, Smite, Cut Through Fate, which is 9 plus 24 is 33, plus 14 is 47. Yes. Alright, we did get a power to replace our thing. I don't think we're looking at Mental Fortress or Empty Fist. Seems like we're doing some different stuff. Daviform, card draw, shenanigans, not too much stance changing. Just going into Wrath to kill people with smites, basically. Swivel's a block card. Could take that. Hey, I'm Busby. All is well. All is well. Interesting. Yeah, Empty Fist is a really good card, but I don't think we're taking it here. I don't really like Mental Fortress. I'm not a huge fan. So I think we're skipping. I do think we need to rest here. 17 health is a little bit too low. It's not a win streak. It's a meme streak. So we've been memeing for the past 12 games. I don't know what the longest win streak I have is. Probably like 2 games or something. At Ascension 20, like, yeah, not long. Sorry for the debating title. Right, let's see if we can get Daviform up before he wakes up. I'll definitely take Wave of the Hand, double defend. Is it worth it to Miracle out another defend here? We're probably playing Daviform and just letting him naturally wake up next turn. And after we play Daviform, Miracle doesn't have much value, so I think I will take the weak. Well, you snap a meme streak by just playing normal stuff that's boring. And then everyone hates you. Okay, so we got 3 smites. He's awake. Developed the thingamajig. We could wave the hand again. We have 4 energy and only like 5 cards that we want to play. We want to save the smites for Eruption. So we might as well wave the hand, double defend. Keep that weak rolling for next turn. And then do a little bit of damage. Is this lethal? Probably not. We got Eruption, and then we could afford 3 smites. If we bottled Miracle, we could afford another smite and a strike plus. So that's 9. Each smite is 24. We have 4 of those. That's 96. 96. Holy crap, that's lethal. Okay, good fight. We got Whetstone and Warpaint right now. I was supposed to pick the card before I... actually, I'm going to restart the reward phase so I could pick the card before I pick the Whetstone. I was just excited about getting Whetstone and Warpaint at the same time. Doesn't turn out to matter. I think we're just taking another Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate's quite nice. Signature move is actually also pretty good with Devaform. Generally able to empty your hand of attacks and have enough energy to pull it off. And it does a ton of damage when you do. Should I just do it then? No, we've got a lot of damage in the Battle Hymn thing already. So we're going to have trouble emptying all the smites out of the hand and then playing Signature Move. So I'll take Cut Through Fate. And then take the Warpaint. Do we feel strong enough to take a Mega Elite right now? These are crazy potions. We've got really good upgrades. Let's see, it can't be Lagavulin, so it's either Sentries or Gremlin Knob, which are probably the harder 2 options. Pretty good against Lagavulin. We probably die if it's like a Strength Gremlin Knob, so we probably shouldn't do it. What if it's like Plated Armor Sentries? I think we win Plated Armor Sentries. It's really nice to get an extra elite, though. We do have a vulnerable potion and a power potion. I think we do it. This is a big power spike. We're like really strong right now. Free chest too. Art of War. Yes, we have Wave of the Hand, and like we're building up smites, so I think this triggers sometimes. Helps us play Devaform. All right, here we go. Wait, it's Strength Sentries. That's not a good one. That's kind of bad. Alright, let's see what's in the Power Pot. We're gonna need that. Master Reality plus Battle Hymn is a thing. Or Foresight to get me past the Dazes. I think we're gonna do Master Reality. Get those upgraded smites. We could Cut Through Fate, and then if we find a defensive card, we could Wave the Hand, play the block to get everybody's charges off, and then the vulnerable pot is live. Or we could just Cut Through Fate, strike with the Miracle. Is there anything we're looking to avoid? No. Okay. There's a defend. I'm pretty okay taking a defend. I think we're just gonna defend now. Sentries is a tough fight to use the Miracle in, because you end up with a handful of Dazes pretty quickly. But we do have the Smites, so I think we'll have a better use than just Strike here, or just Cut Through Fate. Alright. 16 plus 5 is 21, plus 9 is 30. We didn't get the shields down there, else we'd be able to vulnerable pot him to death. We didn't do Yeah, I was thinking about it, but then I didn't want to waste the miracle. I think it was probably wrong. Alright, this is happening, and this is happening. I think it's just a strike, maybe 2 strikes. If I do 2 strikes, I can smite him to death next turn. Lose him at 11. It's kind of an inconvenient number. Oh wait, no, 11's actually a really good number, because then I can Eruption and use this strike to kill him. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so if we Eruption, double smite this guy, and strike that guy, he dies. Does he die? So we do 9, he's at 30. Yeah, one of these kills him? Okay. We do leave ourselves in Wrath mode. He's attacking next turn. We could die. But we also get to do 32 damage to this guy, so we'll probably kill him. If we draw like all dazes, though, we lose the run. I think I'll take that chance. Alright, what's it going to be, Sentry? Oh, right. It was guaranteed. I forgot. Thanks, Battle Hymn. Okay. Got an extra elite. That's nice. We paid, what, like 16 health for that? I think that's worth it. Conjure Blade's good with Devaform. Foresight is also just incredible. I don't think we need Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade's like a big damage payoff-y thing. And we've got Battle Hymn plus for most of the damage, although it's kind of slow. But obviously, like Conjure Blade is slow too, so maybe just take the Foresight. We do have 3 powers now, which is a bit much. 19 health with a vulnerable potion against Guardian. Let's see, what's the upgrade we would get? Probably Wave of the Hand. Wave of the Hand's a big upgrade. I don't want to die, though. Yeah, I think let's rest, just in case. Bosses are scary. Do we Eruption now? If we Eruption now, we get 24 damage next turn, 9 damage this turn. So it's 33, so we need like, he blocks for 9, I think. So we can do 49 total, so you'd be off by 16. That's 2 strikes. Or the vulnerable potion. It would have to be the vulnerable potion now, obviously. This is always happening. I think I'll just Foresight instead. Actually, if I Foresight Coin Eruption, I'm almost guaranteed to find 2 strikes next turn. Or Strike Plus. But then we could end up in Eruption against his turtle form attack. Takes 20 health. We also don't get the energy from Art of War unless we skip the Eruption. Yeah, starting this fight too slow is pretty much the only way you lose it, so I think we're going to start it fast. Alright, well these are lethal, so we'll take those. Or not lethal, but enough to transform him. We'll take a Strike Plus and leave Devaform for next turn. No, we can't leave Devaform for next turn. We'll do this to put him close to the break point, and then this to do a bunch of damage over. And we are going to be stuck in Wrath mode here. So we're going to dig as hard as we can to try and get back to Vigilance. If not this turn, then at least next turn. defend is okay. If we cut through fate and get vigilance, though, that's really good. It's like a 30% chance. We do take 4 damage, but I think it's worth it. We're doing 14 as well. That's not that. I didn't get it. Okay. There's vigilance. Okay. Vigilance plus what? Vigilance defend works. Okay. That doesn't mean we're skipping David form. That's okay. Alright, looking for another eruption here. There it is. We can just break him right now. So let's do that. Oops. Fine. I guess I'll do this to set him up. And, I don't know. We'll probably have plenty of smites, so I'm just going to burn a smite now. Alright, once again, we're trapped in Wrath mode here, so let's go looking for getting back to Vigilance here. First, wave the hand of the fight. I guess reduces damage a little bit this turn. Let's see. Yeah, if we play both defense, we survive, so I'll keep them both. They're not what I want, but surviving is good enough. There we go. So Vigilance helps out quite a bit. We could skip playing an attack to get an extra energy next turn. We're drawing 2 cut-through fates, and we're looking for eruption, so the extra energy next turn is probably pretty useful. Let's keep one of them. Can I have the eruption? No. Okay, that's fine. We can get eruption next turn. Okay, it's guaranteed as long as I get rid of at least 1 card. Pretty sure we don't need this one this turn. Alright, he's at 44, so if I do 48, that's too much. So I want to do 5 less than this. This does 6 less, so and that sets him up nicely. We'll finish him off with that. I guess Consecrate was in there too. So we can kill him this turn. It'd be nice to find a defend first so that we block the bad damage turn. There it is. Okay. The Guardian. I think technically we would have survived that if we didn't rest, but that's okay. Blasphemy is a hell of a card. Building up a whole bunch of smites and then blaspheming and blowing people up. It's a thing you can do. Doesn't really work with Deva form. Ragnarok is pretty good with Deva form. Kinda. What are we trying to do here? I think we should take Blasphemy. I think Blasphemy increases our win rate pretty significantly. I don't know about the other two. Kind of just expensive and clunky. Blasphemy is like surprisingly good in hallway fights too. You just like, oh hey, Blasphemy, it kills you right now. Great. So let's set that up. All right. We don't want Velvet Choker. That's scary. I don't have any particular reason to believe that Black Star is better than Holy Water right now, and Holy Water is usually much better than Black Star, so we're probably playing Holy Water. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're never picking Velvet Choker, both because of the Deva form and because of the smites. We're still looking for an Establishment. Obviously, I haven't mentioned that yet, but Establishment's super good. Makes our smites cost 0 if you hold on to him for a turn. Also, if we upgrade Blasphemy, it makes it cost 0. So I think we're going for Holy Water here. Helps us play the Deva form. Collector. Alright, let's get some question marks and turn into a vampire or something. Looks like this way is pretty good. 2 fights, 3 question marks is pretty much perfect. Get a fire before the elite. And then 2 elites in the act. Not the greatest. Also, this section is really awkward because I want that fire, but I don't want to go through 2 shops. So maybe we go left. There's 2 fights, 2 question marks in a shop here before fire elite. Then we get 3 in the act if we want them. Or we can go get the slate shop. And still get 3 in the act. Yeah, it seems like left is the way you want to go. Okay. Alright, let's do it then. Alright. Now let's cut through fate. Even if we draw a Diva form, we can still play it. Same is true now. We'll go ahead and miracle out a strike. We have a lot of miracles, so we might as well use them. There's Diva form. So like Diva form, miracle defend, or just defend? Diva form's not very good in this fight, is it? Because there's dazes, so we're not going to draw tons of energy worth of stuff. We don't have any X cost things. And if we play both of them, we don't shuffle. I'd rather shuffle, so I guess we'll just play defend. That means I can't play Foresight either. So I guess we're just playing like Strike Smite. Okay. Alright. Does Diva form feel like the weakest of all the forms? I don't know. If you build your deck around it, it does some pretty nutty stuff. But like, I think it's a reasonable thing to say because like, demon form, you don't have to build your deck around anything. It just wins you the fight eventually. Wraith form seems incredibly strong in like the situations you could set up for it. I think Wraith form and Diva form are similar though, in that like both of them require quite a bit of setup to be really good. Looks like we're taking 18 here. Are we so concerned we will use the Fear Pot? So we're doing 18 plus 12, that's 30. And we have a guaranteed 12 next turn, so we're setting up for 42. We need 12 extra. This does it. Both of these do it. One of these probably does it. These do it. Okay, yeah, I think we're probably okay. Yeah, it's not really about X cost things, it's about card draw. Because if you card draw, you just like keep drawing your card draw and doing stuff, and you've got infinite turn. Doesn't work very well against Time Lord, obviously, but... I think none of these. I think we're skipping this. Crush Joints is kind of interesting, but I think we need it. Alright, took a bunch of damage from that Chosen. Shield Parasite. Try to follow up and kill us. This strike does nothing, so I'm not coining it out. Oh, does the game still say crap? Sorry about that. There's probably some Monster Train people in here who were like, what's going on? Why is this a different game? You must have been playing Monster Train earlier. No, I was not. I mean, I was yesterday, but... Wave the Hand Defend blocks for, what, 9? That's right. We might play some Monster Train later. Usually we've been playing both. Kind of depends on how the Slay the Spire thing lines up. I feel like Monster Train and Slay the Spire are very like topographically similar, right? It's like in Slay the Spire you're climbing a spire, in Monster Train the angels are trying to climb the spire. I think I will Wave the Hand Defend. It's not like a huge amount of resources to invest. We have 14 damage. That's sad. We could Vulnerable Pot and Smite, and then like Strike Consecrate. That gets 3 plated armor and a bunch of damage. Don't hate it. I would like to save the potions for the elite. We have a meal ticket as well, so we're going to heal at the shop and probably at the fire. So we're probably okay losing a little bit of health here. That's what I'm saying. But this just feels really bad because it does nothing. No, I'm definitely not 12-0 in Ascension 20 wins. I'm 12-0 in Ascension 20 memes. Just memeing, not winning. I did intentionally debate people with the title, but I didn't expect to get so many people. Also, I didn't expect to be in the monster trade category, but you know, sometimes life happens. Yeah, I think we're gonna save the vulnerable potion. Feels bad though. Wow, you really climbed a lot. Which Ascensions did you get? Like, is it like 17 through 20, or are you like 12 to 15 or something? Like, oh, I see. Okay. So you're doing them all at the same time. Nice. Yeah, that's what I did too. I raised all 3 at the same time, and then Watcher later because I did it before Watcher came out. Well, I'm not sure what I was expecting. Staying in this fight with Shield Parasite, but I guess if we Deva Form Defend, we're doing stuff. I think we'll coin out a Foresight as well, because otherwise we're retaining too many cards. We're only allowed to retain 4, because we're generating 1. Like an 8. Alright. Huh, so you're further on silent than the rest of them. Let's get rid of that. The other ones seem okay. We're going to use the Smite because we need to cut through Fate draws us a Defend. And, oh, our Frail wore off. I was expecting the Vigilance to block for less than normal and to need to defend, but I don't. Okay. Blasphemy seems lethal right now. So we've got these each do 12, so they would do 36. It's like over 100. Yeah. I'm not going to do the math. We're just going to go for it. Yeah, only 2. Okay. The card manipulation in Silent just made the game feel rather easy compared to other classes. Huh. I do not have an easy time with Silent. You know, sometimes you get like Feel No Pain and Apparitions and Wraith Forms, and you're just like, you're in Silent Heaven. You get a Catalyst, Noxious Fumes, you know. I know how to play the deck when it works, but when the deck doesn't work, I feel like I'm compelled to pick like Shiv stuff, and I don't know. Did I say Feel No Pain? I didn't mean to. I'm not sure what I was trying to say. Do we pick Conjure here? I think no. I think we pick none of these. Prostrate's for a totally different little synergy package. Halt is also for a different synergy package. Conjure is kind of what we're doing, but I think I'd prefer to rely on card draw versus big X cost stuff. Alright, if we read the book, we die, so let's not do that. Toy Ornithopter with Potion Belt is kind of a thing. It's not as much of a thing as a Toy Ornithopter plus White Beast statue, but, you know, it does something. I did do a Feel No Pain Shiv deck back when I was doing the class combinations. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was good. I'm sure you can make it work, but As I said a million times while I was doing that series, the main problem with those combinations is you don't get a Niao bonus. If you give yourself any custom modifiers, he just says, time for a challenge. Just leaves you alone. Okay, so Toy Ornithopter would help me dig out of this health hole a little bit. If I buy Toy Ornithopter, I probably want to buy the potions as well. The cheaper ones. Oh, I can't quite afford that, huh? I can only afford one of them. Inner Piece is interesting. It draws cards, which is really good, but it's like a stance-changing thing, and we don't have many stance-changing things. I guess it's an extra way to escape Eruption mode, which is something. Master of Strategy maybe is the thing. Yeah, maybe we buy like Master of Strategy and a Vulnerable Potion or something. We can't afford Master of Strategy and card remove. Maybe Master of Strategy is not good. Yeah, I think I like Toy Ornithopter, Vulnerable Potion, Inner Piece. Let's do that. Oh, can't afford that. Well, this was the least important part, so whatever. If we fight them, we get to rest and then fight another elite. We get Red Mask. We did just spend all of our money, so it only cost us 37 to not do it. 2 Vulnerable Potions and a Toy Ornithopter. I think we'll probably survive. Alright, let's fight him. Alright, while I was doing this, let's toss a Vulnerable Pot on Pointy. Let's see if we can kill him this turn. Looks like no. Oh wait, the answer is yes. Sweet. Okay, that's a good start. Yeah, it's definitely fun. I feel like maybe if you had a Dead Branch, then like Feel No Pain Shivs could work. But that's, you know. There's a lot of things that work if you get a Dead Branch. It's hard to build around that. Okay, so next target is Romeo. He does slightly more damage and has less health. So for stuff to do, Wave of the Hand does continue to block, but we're not holding any defensive cards right now, or any block cards. So I think we're gonna skip both of these. Probably don't want to go to Eruption right now either. There's a defend. Can we set up for a Blasphemy kill next turn? So if we go into Blasphemy, Smites do 36. Yeah, we definitely can set up for a Blasphemy kill next turn. Okay. Yeah, actually there was a lot. I learned a lot about Slay the Spire class design and how the mechanics overlap. The primary things that were strong were either having your primary class be either Watcher or Defect. So the reason being, if you splash, if you have either Watcher or Defect be your alternate class, you're missing some really important tools. So if Watcher is your alternate class, if you're like a purple Ironclad, for example, then you're going to be offered lots of stance-changing cards, but you don't have any stance-changing cards in your deck. So you're just like, you could pick them, but you just like hope that you find something that they go with. And for Defect, if you're like a blue Ironclad, you only have 1 orb slot, and you don't start with any lightning orbs. So you feel like super disabled right out of the gate. So yeah, I would recommend having Defect or Watcher be your main class, and then splashing one other class. Defect and Watcher also are good splashes for each other, because both of them have energy manipulation, so you end up getting a lot of energy manipulation. And there were a couple other mechanics that they're both really good at. Like, for example, Wave of the Hand is super good on Defect, because whenever your Frost Orbs trigger, you give people weak. Yeah, stuff like that. talk to the hand. It's great if you're doing claws and stuff. So, there's lots of interesting combos. I wrote down a bunch of them, but for the most part, the combos are very difficult. And I would recommend if you try an Ascension 20 class combination that you also give yourself the Rare Relic starting modifier, because missing out on the Niao bonus is really brutal. So you're going to need something to replace that. I think we're going to defend here. It's not worth much health, but we're going to get a kill next turn no matter what. So let's do that. Ooh, I wasn't thinking about Bear's armor. Also, we're weakened, so maybe we're not getting a kill. Crap. So these are only doing 27 damage now, but then Consecrate, so Smite plus Consecrate kills Romeo. This is doing 9 damage, so this is doing 27. Yep, we don't have enough. We can't Blaspheme. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe, I guess we have to Vulnerable Pop Bear. I assume that's going to be enough. Alright, let's try it without doing math. Okay, it is enough. Whew. Alright, Meditate's really good. Pretty tempted to take Meditate just in any deck. And in a deck with a Battle Hymn plus, it's even better, because if we get a Establishment, we are picking it every time. And Establishment plus Meditate is insane. Meditate also just like gives us an extra way to get out of Wrath, so that we're more frequently able to go into Wrath and have an escape mechanism. But then also just like getting a card from your discard pile into your hand is super strong. Okay. I don't think Swivel or Tranquility is really worth talking about. Alright. I do think we're resting here. 22 health is not quite enough for like Book of Stabbing or Slavers. Probably not enough for Grumman Leader either. It's probably just dead to any elite. So let's rest. Alright, Slavers. Okay, this is always happening. Wait, we could Duplication Potion out. Do Duplication Potion at Battle Hymn. See, now that we got that red mask, this turn is way less intimidating. They're only hitting us for 21 instead of like 30. Do we ever like Eruption double Consecrate here? It's 20 AoE damage. And then we can enter Calm at the end of the turn. So we do 29 to one guy, 20 to the other two, develop Battle Hymn. Why don't we just do that without the Duplication Potion? I don't think Duplication Potion is really paying for itself there. And I guess I'll take the Eruption back. Seems like Erupting again next turn is probably good. Alright, we're weak again. If we Erupt, double Cut Through Fate, what are we looking at? So we're doing 6 plus, let's assume this is 10. It's within an order of magnitude, so we're doing 26 damage basically. It's not enough to kill anybody. Okay, so I guess we just Cut Through Fate without the Eruption and look for block cards. Or Blasphemy? No, I don't think we can Blaspheme here. Okay, there's the block cards. Do I just take the Defend, or do I coin out a Vigilance? We're already in Calm. I think we take the Defend and coin out Foresight. Uh-oh. Being vulnerable is pretty bad. These seem like they all are necessary. So we need to, like, play all these and kill him. We only do 18 with those. We'll have to just find whatever... Oh, wait, we know exactly what we're drawing. Doesn't seem like enough. We could get rid of this defend and draw a card from the shuffle. I don't think so. I think we need to deck spot and maybe duplication potion as well to survive here. Because I don't think we're killing Red Slaver. Alright, so we're definitely drinking the deck spot. Probably should have done it earlier in the fight. I think we're going to wave a hand and then duplication potion to defend. Let's play this defend first and see what damage they're doing. Okay, so it's 19 plus 15 is 34. So if we block for 10, we are at 29 and we die. So yeah, we have to duplication potion this. Okay. I don't think we want these. Alright, if we cut through Fate double smite, we do kill him. That, I think, loses us the run. I don't think we ever survive 25 this turn. So I think we have to find Blasphemy. So if we find Blasphemy, these do 27, so that kills him. And then 27 to you, puts you at 11, then this kills you. So I guess we cut through Taskmaster. Okay, I think that's probably the run. We can triple smite and consecrate. But even if we killed Blue Slaver, Red Slaver kills us, or Taskmaster. This is Nemo. Act 2 elites. What are you gonna do? What went wrong here? I guess we just weren't ready for Slavers, right? We just didn't do enough damage. We'd been able to get through all the fights up to that point by building up a bunch of smites and eruptioning on people. But that was not enough for Slavers. We had plenty of health. We just, I don't know. I guess the deck is too slow. We, like, drew Blasphemy at the wrong time, so it wasn't quite enough damage. But, like, we weren't even really close to, like, setting up Blasphemy. I guess we just, like, we added a bunch of cards that weren't helpful in Slavers, like Foresight, Blasphemy, Meditate, are all like, nah, doesn't really do anything. The Wave of the Hand was ineffective. We needed to pick that that third eye, that would have been helpful. We needed to pick that Eruption, or not Eruption, ouch, you hurt my feelings, Sir Animal. We needed Eruption would have been really helpful. Sorry, is it called Eruption? No, it's called like Cataclysm. It's one of the Act 1 boss rewards. Cataclysm, Blasphemy Cataclysm would have been good. Although Blasphemy was also one of the Act 1 boss rewards, so I guess we can't have both. Maybe we should have taken that Brilliance. Done some of that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know how we were supposed to win.